Dr. Michael Phil and Dr. Jacob Sinkoff. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, welcome back. Jackson County Medical Control Authority you're a part of, and this week we're observing, well, a couple big things. EMS week, but also the grand opening of the new IEP urgent care.
Yeah, we had the grand opening yesterday, which was great.
Yeah.
The weather could have been a little nicer, but we had a tent and everything, and we officially open to see patients tomorrow.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
So 8 to 8, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And we'll open officially tomorrow.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
Yeah,
Did you have any of the meatballs from
Oh, yeah.
Grand River?
I had the meatballs. I like the Reuben fritters.
Yeah,
Those are the best
those are good.
from Grand River. I got some to go, but I ate them in the car on the way home.
Did you?
So yeah.
Your whole family was there.
Oh yeah. I brought my 2 daughters, and they brought their snakes
I
to
saw
check
that.
out all. They're not real snakes, but to get them all checked out, with the medical
Yeah, you gotta make
equipment
sure.
and
Yeah, it's very
So.
cool. Just a very comfortable place. Congratulations to
Yes,
you
yeah.
and your entire team.
yeah, we're excited. Excited to start seeing patients.
It's really highly respected practice. The first one, huge success, and because of that, you
Yep.
expanding to a new location on the west side. And I wondered, with the parking lot full of cars, if we were going to see a mom drag her little boy in to get.
To try and
Yeah, it wouldn't have surprised me.
Yeah.
I think it was open and.
Yeah. Well, it's so tomorrow, first day.
Yep, tomorrow, first day.
And happy EMS week.
Well, thank you.
Some people might never have heard of the Jackson County Medical Control Authority. What is that?
Sure, yeah, and a lot of people don't know about medical control authorities. So the state delegates, I believe there's 58 throughout the state medical control authorities. They're all local, and what we do is we help govern EMS in Jackson County. So we enact protocols that come down from the state, adjust them as needed for our local needs, and we also ensure quality in the local EMS services.
How do you manage surges, timing, holidays? Obviously, we're coming into Memorial Day.
Right.
I'm sure data shows we'll need more.
So we actually rely very heavily on our partners through Jackson Community Ambulance.
Okay.
For that, they mine data like crazy over there. They have these intricate computer systems which show when the surges happen, and they try to model it for the future.
Okay.
So they can actually put trucks in areas where they know each day there's going to be higher call
That's
volumes.
amazing.
Well, once in a while we'll see maybe a Huron Valley ambulance here, and you might see a Jackson ambulance in Ann Arbor.
Sure.
So they're connected, right?
Right. Yeah. And so that's something you may see because the parent company oversees several different EMS agencies throughout the I-94 corridor, and so they kind of interact. And if Huron Valley ambulance is over this way, they might divert to pick up a patient over here and come to our hospital, and vice versa.
How do you guys handle patients that maybe will refuse treatment at a scene or something like that?
So the paramedics call the hospital. We say the hospital's our official medical control. So they'll get in contact with an emergency physician, and a lot of times that emergency physician will even converse with the patient via phone and tell them why it might be important for them to come in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think there are some people maybe not insured, that they're afraid they're going to get a $4,000 bill if
Sure.
they're taking an ambulance ride. But you can't refuse service to anybody at the hospital or with the ambulance, right?
Correct. Yep. Yeah.
So take the ride.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're always more happy to see anyone that comes into the emergency department.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
the most important thing is people's health and wellness. So we're always happy to see anyone.
We just talked about the June race weekend, and I know NASCAR and the track relies heavily on you guys for that.
Right. And so you were talking about surge earlier. We actually have some tents set up, if you will, to provide medical care right at the track for the attendees there, and we have increase in EMS services so that they can transport appropriate patients up here to the hospital.
Yeah.
Do we still have that system where a paramedic or EMT, they are able to maybe stabilize the person and not actually transport them to a hospital?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that was part of a federal program called the ET3 program. And the goal was through this federal system that physicians and EMS partners would get reimbursed by either treating the patient on scene or going to an associated urgent care, family doctor's office, or things like that. So in terms of reimbursement, the federal government, unfortunately, it was the program did not perform very well. I think we did really well in Jackson County utilizing the program, actually. So, you know, for us, I don't think we get reimbursed for it, but the JCA can get still reimbursed by treatment in place, and that's where we kind of still act in partners because it's the right thing to do for the patient. So the paramedics can call us up in the emergency department, go over patient care, make sure everything, you know, is going well, and they think, and we agree that it's appropriate. So,
What is one thing people should know to avoid the ER? What's one thing? What's one thing you can do?
Well, you can stay healthy. I would say. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a joke, right? But preventative medicine, I would say, is very important. A lot of times we see people in the emergency department that say, I haven't seen a family doctor in X number of years, right? And at that point, their medical conditions are, very far advanced.
Sure.
Whereas if you're going to those family doctors, getting those appointments, keeping your blood pressure under control, your cholesterol under control, you're less likely to have complications that require our services. Of course, we're happy to see you and stabilize you, but you want you to stay healthy too.
yeah, I'd agree with that. By the time you're thinking about, it's like maybe when you go there, it's probably too late. So preventative stuff, even in the short term with summer coming up, wearing helmets, being safe outside. Like a lot of, it would be a good study how many of our trauma patients there's alcohol associated with.
Yeah.
So, kind of things like that, thinking about, just preventive stuff and being
A golf
safe.
cart injury season too.
Yes.
Lots of golf cart, lots of golf cart injuries. We've already started seeing golf cart injuries. There's no rules on a golf cart. It feels.
Well, I know it's like some people treat it as like a NASCAR park.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
it's like you have actually been banned from Concord Hills because of the way you're driving the
That was
golf
the
cart.
previous owners,
Yeah.
so we can still go out there. And I was only 12. I shouldn't have been allowed to drive a cart.
That's true.
It was
That
a
on
wonderful
me.
Father's Day.
Yeah.
Well, with this cold, wet weather, I think Memorial Weekend is creeping up on us.
Yeah.
Suddenly
Yes.
it's here, but it's typical that with holiday weekends, particularly in the summer, you're going to see more traffic in the ER.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. And a lot of other services are closed on holidays and things like that, and we're open 24/7. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think both the urgent care and the ER get busier with the holiday
Especially
weekend.
especially the day after the holiday weekend. So
Yes.
the next Tuesday,
Yeah.
on Monday it'll be injuries and acute stuff, but Tuesday will be generally the big day.
Yes.
The people that come in and say, "Oh, I should have."
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate all you guys do in our community, and thanks for being here today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us again.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's EMS Week from Jackson County Medical Control Authority, Henry Ford Jackson Hospital, and IEP Urgent Care, Dr. Michael Phil and Dr. Jacob Sinkoff. More of the morning show after this.